All right, so now we're going to finish these up with the 4-3 work together. So in 4-2 and 4-1, we entered the transactions for the accounts into each one of their ledgers. But we had two accounts that we didn't do anything with, and that was sales and cash. So we're going to do those now. So where we're going to start is across the bottom. So when we did these other postings, we put the posting reference here in these boxes. Well, we're going to do a similar thing with these accounts. So we're going to start with the general columns. And to indicate these are already posted, so we're going to indicate that those are already posted. We don't need to do anything else with those. We're going to put a check mark at the bottom of each of the columns for the first two, because we already did these in 4-1 and 4-2. So let's do sales, do our sales account. So our sales, we have a credit $447. So we're just going to do the total. So let's find the sales ledger. It's down here to the bottom. And this is going to be for the end of the month. So it's April, so April 30th. So it's page 1 of the journal still. And $447 credit. So it gets our sales account balance to $447. And then the account number for sales is going to go at the bottom of the column. Like that. So now that indicates that this has been posted in the ledger. So now we're going to do the same thing with cash. So cash is at the top. So April 30th, page 1 of the journal for the posting reference. And we're going to start with the first amount, debit, $28.90. So that gets our account balance up to $28.90 debit. And we've got our account number for cash. It's going to go up at the top underneath the bottom of that column. And now we're going to enter the credit balance, or the credit amount for the balance for the credit column. So we'll put a 30 there again, the first, or page 1 of the journal, and now a credit entry of $11.70. So our balance was $28.90 debit. So now we've got a credit entry, so we've got to subtract. So minus $11.70 for a new debit balance of $17.20. So now all we have left to do is put the account number at the bottom of this column, 110. So a good way to keep track of all of this when you're working with a much bigger sheet is by putting these posting references in after the posting has been done. So that shows that that line has been taken care of. And then when you do the same thing across the bottom, it's a good way to kind of a good visual check to make sure that all the transactions are posted in the ledgers. But that is that for the 4-3 work together.